let's get this quadruple header of ACC women's hoops started for you here on ACC Network from Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham as the 14th ranked Duke Blue Devils host the Pitt Panthers. Coming off the bench all season long despite leading this team in scoring, but as balanced as they are, still have plenty who can produce in this starting 11. And great ball movement to get things started. Delaney Thomas finishes it off. Washington and Richardson each with a foul so far for their respective teams. Wide open look is there for Richardson, who knocks it down.
She was averaging 6 points per game going into the season. Tori Verdi, and of course through her hard work, she became an all-ACC player. And now with 5.
Jordan Wood, Uluchi Okanawa both in the game off the bench for Duke. Talked about their great balance. They use their bench, but they also rely on players like Richardson. Now the back door, Pitt trying to take advantage of that aggressive defensive mentality of Okanawa, but Washington couldn't finish. Mayer the other way, off the glass and in.
Want to pick their spots to get out in transition. Brooklyn Miles not really in a stance. Taina Mayer says, all right, I'm going to take it right to the rim, and finishes with contact.
Second person. Aislinn Malcolm also in. You could see the pass, but Duke could see it too. Got those arms into the passing lane, turning it into points on the other end for Okanawa. Here with the ball in the game. DeJesus gets the open look from 3 and knocks it down, adding to the scoring total.
Jen, they go under the screen. Battle chooses to go under the screen, trying to, who knows how long she's out. We don't have a timetable for her return. We'll see if some of these younger bigs, like a Delaney Thomas, Jordan Wood, can step up and fill that gap.
The ball movement.
Too. She said, look, Reigan Richardson could be averaging more, but she makes that extra pass. Same thing for Ashlyn Jackson, finding DeJesus.
There go those active hands again defensively for Duke. The Blue Devils looking to take advantage, and Donovan does the honors.
Steal when 5 puts the ball on the floor. The scouting report is, okay, she puts the ball on the floor, let's get our active hands in there and make a play. And then Jaden Donovan moving in the air, right? Adjusting herself in the air. That's so difficult to do. Finishing around.
It's been a while, now over 3 minutes. They have the 1 point from the free throw line, and Mayer, I guess that wasn't a kick, maybe it hit off her shin a little bit. And whatever it is, it works. Really 44% clip, was their top 3-point shooter last season, but just hasn't taken that many this year so far. Mayer from the corner, there it is.
Open in the corner, a 36% 3-point shooter, and she's going to knock that down. That's exactly how
they could use her getting going a bit more. 3 up and in from Ashlyn Jackson. Stay out of foul trouble. Both Miles and Washington in foul trouble. Have to hang on to the ball. Boy, 5 bailing them out as she came back and swatted it out of bounds. Some frustration there.
And this is just brutal if you're Pitt. 5 running the floor, great hustle. What a block. And then Pitt just can't corral the rebound, and Uluchi Okanawa finds a way to get it as she normally does. Gets the and-one. That is so frustrating for a player like Phi. You could see the
getting hands in the passing lanes. Another steal. 15th turnover by the Panthers, and it results in 2 points for Delaney Thomas and Duke. Limited in terms of what they could do in the first half of that foul trouble. Richardson, there it is! 1,000 points for Reigan Richardson on that basket.
Pulls up from the mid-range and connects.
Jaden Donovan waited for the defense to come in, and then she found Thomas. What the lack of interior presence might do for Duke. That's not where they're strongest, especially with Fournier not available, but it has not been an issue here today.
Well, their guards have rebounded really well, tremendously this year. She's shooting over 40% from 3, which is so crazy with her because you can't stay in front of her. She gets to the rim at will.
DeJesus, Okanawa, Wood, all on the floor along with Thomas, who scores there, and Richardson for the moment for Duke. Jordan Wood, one of those players who's seen improvement with more minutes, more time. time in this system under Kara Lawson this year. It's been a rough one for the Panthers, there's no doubt about that. Just 6 points in each of the last 2 quarters, and Duke not letting up at all.
Recruit out of Texas, sustained an injury in the offseason, McDonald's All-American. So pairing those two together in the future is going to be scary. But Jen, generally there is an assistant coach that's kind of in charge of rotations that keeps the head coach honest. And with some of those rotations, I think she likes De Jesus in there.
Cable, one of the unsung heroes defensively in that last game, and Wood pulls it down.
We've seen a really good floor game from sophomore Jordan Wood, and we knew she could shoot the three. You look at her numbers, but that was pure. That's what they bring to this team. And yes, they're kind of the defensive coordinators, if you will, of this squad.
And of course, you've got Kyra Elzy now also part of Kara Lawson's staff. Quadruple header, Syracuse and Florida State up next. The Tenaya Lats and KK Tinson show. Will it roll on in Tallahassee in the Louisville Wake Forest? SMU, the 4 on the day here on ACCN.